Hello and welcome back to our Montana-inspired Anno 1800 build. Today we're going to start off by building a little town called Avon on a tiny island that we just took over. Of course, we'll begin with the usual marketplace, and Avon in real life is a tiny little town which is just about the size of this island, I would say. It's almost so little that you wouldn't really even think it was a town if you didn't know any better. And it's actually pretty ridiculous that we are using Anno 1800 as a inspiration for Montana, because Montana is not very much like the island maps of Anno 1800. But the fun of this is just naming each town on each island after a real Montana city or tiny town that I know. So when I build it, I can imagine the street layout to be a little bit similar to what that real life town would be like. And of course it winds up being totally different. It's not really similar at all. But that's alright, because it's just a tool for the imagination. That's really all it is. And I think it helps a lot if you're using something as your guidepost, so to speak. Something to inspire you, something to give you a point of reference, and something to make it so that you kind of have an idea of what you're doing instead of just drawing totally random roads without any particular rhyme or reason. Now, this road here is actually supposed to be a freeway. This would be Highway 12 making its way east and west, connecting Helena to Interstate 90. And this little town would just be a turnoff. You'd be able to turn off the freeway and you'd pass a few little houses, and that would be about it. Then you'd be gone as quick as you arrived, really. But in this case, we just have a little island, so we're going to have fun with it, and we're going to build it up as much as we can, as time permits. Now, today, of course, our goal is just to create the basis of a little economy here. So our total net profit is in the green. We're doing all right now. Avon, though, is a -20 right now. Looks like the cost of running a newspaper. No, it's the cost of public services. The marketplace costs $20. $20 a month, I guess. $20 a month to keep the marketplace open. Now, so we just have to kind of... What's interesting about Anno is every time you settle an island to a point, you kind of have to start over. It's almost like you're starting a new game. You have to just imagine that it's a fresh start, because you're going to need to create your economy again from the ground up. So it doesn't matter if I have a rather advanced economy elsewhere in the game. Right here, right now, all I really need to worry about is building a fishery so that my people can have some fish to eat. That's all that matters. It's all about the fish. So, fish and wood. Make sure everybody's happy. And we will go ahead and make our own work clothes here because I'd rather make work clothes here than rely on imports and shipping just to send trousers to Avon. It is really cool, though, to have this sense of kind of a community that's localized. And I think a lot of other games don't really do that. You don't have that sense of a community that's unique from the other ones elsewhere on the map. And islands really have a way of doing that in a special, unique way. So here we have 152 surplus farmers. So how do we have a surplus of workers when we don't have any of them actually here? I'm guessing that there's some sort of you just get sort of a home field advantage based on your, yeah, so you just get an overall surplus of workers, even if you don't have any actual workers. I guess that's how it is. So if we have 158, that really means we actually have 58 in reality, because we have that differential that just works in our favor. Guess it makes it a little easier to start off. All right, so we have a ship under attack. We better go check on it. What is going on here? Oh, there's a pirate just hanging around over there. They just keep coming through. Well, all right. Back to business, back to business. The rest of the world's going to have to run itself because we're over here building a little tiny town and I don't want to be disturbed.
You've always been a sharp one.
See, this lady, she's the mob leader of the old world. She's got all these, she's got 5 islands, and she is she seems to be a force to be reckoned with. We get along just fine. Then we have Princess Queen over here. She's got just a couple islands. I think Princess Queen is going to be our ally. I think that she seems like a pretty respectable leader, and we share values, I believe. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll see about making an alliance with her. Then we got Wibbly over here, and he got 1 island. He's not an overachiever by any means. He just kind of hangs out. That's all right. So we kind of have the northern and eastern part of the map, and then the southern part is that other lady. Anyway, everyone seems to kind of just mind their own business. We haven't had any trouble with anyone, so no complaints, no harm, no foul. We got plenty of money because, well, to make this extremely simple, the best way to make money in the game is to get to where you're turning a profit. And then at that point, you go and take a shower and you leave the game running while you're doing that. And then that is how you get to have a lot more money than you had before you took the shower. So that's what I did this evening, and it worked very well. All right, so we got ourselves a sheep farm, and now we just need a knitters. So knitter, let's see, what can we do here? I think I want to put the knitter right there, so I'm gonna just go right ahead and demolish that road, and I'm gonna put the knitter there. That'll do it. Yeah. And I guess I probably need a warehouse, don't I? Where would the warehouse go? We'll put it right there. Now, is that going to be close enough? I don't know for sure.
Something's missing.
Yeah, I probably ought to put the warehouse over there instead, because that way the sheep farm can access it. Because as it is, the sheep farm is supplying the knitters, but if the knitters doesn't need any, then it still needs to be able to be within range of the warehouse. Work clothes supply is improving. Take a look at our production. Do we have anything amiss here? Our citizens would like to have some schnapps if they could, and maybe we're a little undersupplied for wood, I guess. So schnapps is the next thing to worry about. So we will go ahead and give our hobbits a potato farm. We'll put the potato farm up there. Why not?
Fertility of that sort there.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. We can't. I did not realize I don't have potato fertility here, so you know what we're going to have to do? We are going to have to import schnapps from Helena. Looks like all of our ships are busy, so I'm going to build a clipper.
Hot and bothered.
In the meanwhile, we can upgrade our houses here a little bit. And instead of doing a potato farm, we will instead build a clay pit right here and a brick factory. What else have we got? We got zinc here, coal, zinc and coal. Let's go look at the fire. We have a fire right here. Well, that's terrible. And I guess the fire station will go right there. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Yep, that looks good.
I feel it reflects the times.
There's a rum shortage in Helena. And no fire in Hamilton, so people are happy. And Havre has become noticeably more attractive. Well, that's because we just founded Havre. Ironically, Havre is situated in the New World.
A cup of coffee. You've been playing for 2 hours.
Ah, I've been playing for 2 hours. Well, part of that 2 hours was while I was taking that shower I was talking about earlier, while I let the game run by itself so I'd have some money. But there's never a time when it's not a good time for a cup of coffee. That's something I have learned in life. And if you really just distill life down to kind of only one purpose, and you said life only has one purpose, to make coffee and to drink coffee, would kind of sum it
Iron
up.
has been vanquished.
Life can't be too bad when there's another cup of coffee in your future, right? That's the way I see it anyway. You know, when I create a town and it's inspired by a real life city, of course, in the end, when all is said and done, it doesn't actually wind up looking like the city that I inspired it by. It winds up being its own unique thing. And that's where I think pretty much universally, if you use something as your inspiration,
when first starting out.
when you use something as a model for inspiration, you don't wind up actually making a complete copy. It always winds up being, you know, kind of your take on it. So, you know, I think it's like that with pretty much everything in life, truthfully. We copy language. We learn it from our environment, from our parents, from any number of different places. And then, you know, we also create our own way of talking, our own accent, our own take on it. So life is filled with opportunities for us to learn from something that we copy, but then that doesn't mean that we don't make it our own as well. All right. We upgraded our roads.
Could be worse.
And we'll upgrade a few more houses.
Sozzle from Friday to Monday.
Now, one thing we need to do, actually, we're going to leave an open space there so that we can build a church. Because we can't be heathens here. We've got to have the Lord. Seems like a pretty nice place to live. Now, despite the fact that the island scene is not very much like Montana, I will say if you zoom in and you don't pay attention to the fact you're on an island, the old world does look reasonably like Montana, if you wanted to imagine that that's what it was. Especially the west side. West side of Montana is a lot more mountainous and green, while the east side of the state is a lot more arid and dry. Now, it is going to be kind of funny, as maybe a little bit of veiled comedy here, that we are founding Haver in the New World, which is basically sort of a tropical paradise, while real life Haver is up on the high line, far north Montana, real flat and arid and cold in the winter, and pretty much the opposite of a Hawaii, Bahamas, Caribbean sort of a atmosphere. But that's all right, because we're just having some fun. So this little main road that we kind of have all of our services on would be Main Street in Avon, just so you know. And then this dirt highway would be Highway 12. Well, what the heck? Who is messing with our ships? Right there. I don't know. All right. Okay, so anyway, here we have a ship that has been built, our new clipper, and this clipper is Earl of Sandwich. That's a terrible name for a ship. All of our ships are going to have the prefix HMS. His Majesty's ship or Her Majesty's ship, depending on who they're named after, or perhaps named after the crown. So before I can use this ship, I gotta think about what I want to name it. And I think this one is going to be called the HMS White. That is a good name for a ship. And we're going to go to our routes, create a route from Helena to Avon. We're going to load schnapps and unload the schnapps in Avon. Right now we have a full surplus of schnapps in Helena, so that shouldn't be any problem. And let's see. Okay. I forgot to add a ship, so we will add the white and we will send it on its way. That route is now in progress. That's a nice large ship there.
Aye.
We have ruins in our city. Let's fix that up. More notifications about ships being attacked, but our ships are actually fine. Alright, so our initial economy has been successfully created in Avon, and we're going to build a church. Well, we'll just do a blueprint for a church because it seems to be I don't have enough of something. Don't have enough brick. Almost enough brick. Speed up the game and wait till we have enough brick to finish up the church. And soon we will have the Church of Avon. Which sounds kind of funny because I want to say Avon is actually a cosmetics company as well. So that sounds kind of funny. Because Avon Cosmetics is like a multi-level marketing scammy kind of a thing. It's like Amway or something like that. Amway and Avon, I think they're similar. One sells like general home items and vitamins, and the other one is more women's cosmetics, I think. Those MLM marketing schemes, they always sort of sell themselves like a religion almost. Only the religion is the product that you are supposed to be selling. Because the only way you're going to make money is by making other people feel like they're going to transform their life spiritually by having those products. Which is kind of questionable. One more brick and we can build this church. I'm just waiting. And there we have it. There is our church. I think we'll change it up and we'll give it that skin because that looks kind of cool. Do we have any other alternative skins we can mess with? Yeah, we can.
Stand to attention for the boss.
Change up the fire station just a little bit. Our workers are going to want sausages, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to this very same route, and we're going to add sausages because we know people are going to need sausages, so why not just be ahead of the game? But that also means we need to up our sausage making game over in Helena.
A bit of filth keeps the oil lit when work's waned your wick.
What the heck are you talking about, my brother? All right. And it's time for another pig farm.
We're taking every care.
A lot of pigs. It's cool how whenever you plop another pasture area next to an existing one, it increases the size of it, so the fence is just around the outer perimeter. Let's take a look at our production. We have a bread shortage. Well, that won't do. Now we have a surplus of grain being produced, but we don't have enough flour production. That mill is too far away from the warehouse. All right, so we'll put it there. That'll work. Okay. See what's going on with this quest. Farmer offers a construction quest. Doctors told me to stop carrying heavy buckets of water, but I have many mouths to feed. If only there was a fountain nearby. We need to build a fountain garden.
While the sun shines, master.
Find the fountain garden. I assume it's under beautification.
Ship under attack.
There's a historic fountain.
You are careful.
Cool, with the new pedestrian zone pack, you can make canals. You have to play around with that. Where's the fountain garden? I feel like it's probably very obvious and I'm just missing it. There's so many decorations in the game now. It's amazing. I love it. Oh, there's a duck pond. That's awesome. Cascading garden, fountain. Oh, I don't think I'm looking in the right place. Oh, there we go. It's just under Classic Ornaments, Pleasant Park, and we can pick what we want. So, okay, super easy. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's see. Where do we want to? Do we want to place our fountain? I think we'll go ahead and put it right here. Why not?
Keen as a three-legged goat.
Next to the church seems like a good place for it. And we got a goodie out of that. Now, while I'm thinking about it, though, I do want to go back to the pedestrian zone, and I want to mess around with these canals.
I wish to spread harmony.
All right, Princess Queen offers an alliance for $33,000, and this time we are going to take it. We're going to sign the alliance deal. We have the money.
Your heart is white jade, unblemished.
And now we are allied.
Her
Awesome.
Majesty leans on me to detain any who defile her sovereign laws, including you.
Eli Bleakworth introduces himself.
Enchanté. If me and my people should misbehave, remember, there's misbehaving all over.
A new island has been discovered. Okay. See, we're gonna have to get our act together and and start expanding our presence in the new world before others take over all of our land. So,
Ready the ropes?
what we're going to do is we're going to bring 2 ships that we have. Back to Helena to resupply. And then we're going to send them back to settle another couple islands. Because I want to make sure that I don't lose out on opportunities. So we're gonna settle 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 more islands probably, if we can. We'll see. At least 2 more. Anyway, last act of business today was to go back to the beautification menu, and we want to go to the pedestrian zone, and we're going to build a canal. That's really nice. Because if you draw a canal, it automatically allows you
They do go up fast.
to cross a road. So there's no problems there with roads. You just draw right across there and you have yourself a nice canal. And you really don't have to worry about drawing an end because it's just set into the ground. So you just draw it to where you want it to be, and that's it. We'll draw some ground plates here. So we have a nice little sort of a plaza. We can always change it up later.
Please let us play in the lower field.
Not too many changes, I hope.
Now that's an elegant little promenade for the middle of town there in East Helena. And that's actually, I believe, 10 Mile Creek runs through the middle of East Helena in real life. So that's why I wanted to make a canal there. So we're kind of representing that creek that exists in real life with a little waterway there.
Ship under attack.
Super cool. Maybe while we're at it, we'll expand. We'll upgrade our road through town, so it's a brick road. Yep, that'll do for now. And one more quest, resident quest.
These are good times. Could they be even better?
To find old Herod. Where is Old Herod? I don't know. Oh, right there.
Not bad for a big boss.
Good. Super easy. Things are looking pretty good. Let's take one more peek at Avon. How are they doing there? Did they get
Sort of how you're born, innit?
Did they get the schnapps? Ever get the schnapps? We're going to do a pub right there. Because, of course, you'd have a pub right off the main highway.
I wouldn't worry. Most only look at the pictures.
We forgot to look at the newspaper before we published. That's all right. All right, a little more happiness with a pub there.
A little carousing in order.
Life's fine as a new turnip.
We do have schnapps, so the farmers are happy. And that's Avon. And what we can do, we'll use Avon as a resource mining town, which is true to life, because most of the little towns in Montana actually started off being mining towns. So
Know a few what's turned to factory work.
Quite appropriate.
Hands mangled in machines. I'll stick with me side, thank you.
all right. Well, we now have a population of 4,500 people, $68,000 in the bank. We're doing all right. And
Awaiting new horizons.
wonder where our vessels are. The ones we sent back to the old world. Did they make it? Looks like they
Your
did.
ship has returned from its voyage.
Yep, there they are. There are our two ships,
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
just in time.
Ready the ropes?
Know that any assistance may influence Her Majesty's sphere.
We're gonna load 200 units of steel beams on these two ships, and
You can rely on us.
some bricks and wood planks as well.
Ideally, one should keep one's promises.
Ship under attack.
And we're sending these two ships back to the old world once again. And I imagine that is a pretty good place to end today's episode. It has been fun. Santa Claus still flying over our now rather busy shipping lane. We're going to probably have to work on expanding into the Docklands DLC so we don't have ships just sort of all waiting here in line to load and unload. it really is cool to start to see this sense of a busy trade port developing. Seeing ships coming and going really makes it feel like this is an important place. It's a hub of activity. Really is pretty cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Till next time. Goodbye.